Hey guys, Mapletail here. Welcome to Cover Comparisons. Today I thought I'd compare some Warrior Cats covers, starting with all the versions of Into the Wild that I could find. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. All the covers in this video I found on the Warriors Wiki if you want to check them out for yourselves. I actually drew a version of this cover a few years ago, during my second year in art school for a movie poster assignment. Let's see if these ones are any better than mine. Let's start with this classic cover from North America and the UK. Can you get more nostalgic? I think not.
I think not!
The central rectangle with Firepaw sitting proud after being freed from his collar, surrounded by lush woods and sunlight. The background image of Greypaw and a random cat from another clan, apparently. Regardless, I just love this cover. It's truly a classic, and a perfect introduction to the series. Like many of the old covers, it has a narrative. It tells a story, and I've always really loved that about them. Now for its replacement. I mean, I don't hate it. It's well painted and better from a technical standpoint. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have the same vibe. It's lost some of its magic. That might just be nostalgia talking, but at the very least, Firepaw doesn't seem to have the same sense of importance that the frame provides. But I do appreciate the lack of Miss Random Calico. But I do dislike the lack of context. The background image is basically just grass. It's a nice reference to the original cover, but that one wasn't just grass, you know? All that said, at least they got his design correct. Now for some of the covers I've never seen before. These are alternate versions of the UK design. I'm kind of really into the orange and green color scheme they've got going on. Very fire and forest. I also enjoy the funky font and dramatic subtitle. One cat must fight to save his clan. One thing I'm a bit confused about is the forest silhouette. It looks a lot more like the savannah to me. Nothing like the lush woods I imagined reading the books. The other one is pretty similar to the original version, but with a cuter frame, which I'm into. But they've zoomed in on Greypaw and his friend just enough to make them look like worm cats. Up next, Japan. Okay, Japan, I see you. Getting rid of our calico pal. Good on ya. I'm assuming that's Firepaw? Looking a bit, how do I put this? Very much not orange. That aside, I think this cover is quite cute. Cute cats, cute fields and trees, cute little moon. I think the border with the green cats is a little strange though. And oh my gosh. Is that little green paw with the 6 blue paws to represent that that's the first book of 6? Because that's adorable. As for the second one, I think the white bit's a little long, but other than that I really like it. The white cats are working for me a lot more than the green ones from the last cover. France. I have one thing to say. How dare you get rid of the little yellow rectangle? Absolute trash garbage. Okay, the second one. France. Oh, France. What is that? Shadowy, unrecognizable cats walking out of a lake? And just an overall weird clip art vibe. I don't like it. Russia. Firepaw and Tigerclaw? And Firepaw again? Maybe? Ambiguity aside, this cover is badass. It's got such an old-timey medieval vibe that I just love. The cats are really cute, and I love the fairy tale book-like background texture. And the text on that banner. That banner! Korea. Not much new with this first one. I like the added yellow, especially that fancy frame. Confused by the lack of Firepaw. As for the second one, love. The beautifully illustrated black cat, the bold colors, the yellow silhouettes. Not much to dislike here. Germany. Now, a lot of places seem to have this cover. Just as many, if not more, as the North America/UK covers. I like it. It's got some nice colors, and I think that's an actual photo of a cat just recolored. It's hard to tell at this resolution, which is an interesting choice. I don't like it as much as the more illustrative covers, but that said, I do like it. Germany's second cover is pretty wild. It gives me like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Ring vibes. Definitely looks like a fantasy novel, maybe about witches or something because of the black cat. I like it alright, as a cover, but it doesn't scream warriors to me. Taiwan. I quite like this one. I think it's kind of goofy, but like intentionally so, with the cats on Firepaw's head. It's funny, and I can appreciate that. My favorite thing about this cover, though, is how recognizable the characters are. I can clearly tell it's Firepaw, Lionheart, and Bluestar. They all look super distinct, and not just like random cats. I like the background too. Super pretty and colorful, and I love that it matches Firepaw's eyes. China. This one's pretty cool overall. It bothers me how muscly Firepaw looks, but I like the background and the overall color scheme, as well as the sense of drama. I like the second China one a lot more. Cute, well-drawn cats. That's all I'm after. The background looks a little more how I picture the farm than the edge of Two Leg Place, but that doesn't really bug me because it's so pretty. I'm not sure who all these cats are supposed to be, aside from Firepaw though. Just kitty pets I guess? Maybe Smudge? Number 3 is fun. It actually reminds me a lot of the Broken Code covers, with the big cat head and the small cats in the background. The big cat looks a little more like Sandpaw to me, but it's quite beautifully rendered. The background image with the pine trees is pretty stunning. This one is just so painterly, which I really appreciate. I just wish more of the background was visible, even just a little bit. Iraq. Wow, this one really stands out to me. I can't tell who the cats are. Yellowfang came to mind for some reason. Yes, I know she's grey. This cover is just super dramatic, and everything is so well done. I love the text on this one. The placement is perfect, and gives the whole thing a movie poster sort of vibe. Much better than my movie poster, at least. Israel. Oh. This cover looks like a mix between the Orange Germany one and the French audiobook. In the worst way possible. The only part I really like are those bold yellow eyes, and the rest really misses the mark for me. Norway. See this, Israel? This is how your cover should have looked. I still think the green's a little strange, but it works better here than on any other cover we've seen so far. This one really just gives me some fairy tale vibes, which I think is neat. As for the second one, it's just like Germany, but I wanted to include it because I was able to find a higher res image. Slovenia. The top half of this one seems a little awkward. I don't love the whole big cat head at the top of the page thing, and I think this one's especially poorly executed. That said, I do like the bottom image. Spooky, foggy sort of woods. It's cool. Ukraine.
Oh my swirls!
A cat on the side instead of on the top? I'm into that. I also like the colors of this one. Gone with the green, in with the orange. Nice. Vietnam. The classic cover, but with a weird zoom so Greypaw loses his ears. And a bit too much text for my taste. All is forgiven though, because the second one is so good. I adore everything about this. The style, the colors. The fun text with the cat eye and the scratch. Ugh, so great. This is the first one that really made me want to see the whole series like this. And look at how the plants form a cat silhouette. Brilliant. This is the cover that just keeps on giving, and I love it. Romania. Similar to what we know and love. At least what I know and love. But I added it because I love the zoom on Firepaw, and how painterly they've made it. It's just really pretty. Poland. Now, Poland had nothing special until recently. Then, they got this. Look at this cover. I know everyone's probably seen this one 1,000 times already, but wow. It's just so beautiful. Like, it's just straight up a great painting. Firepaw's freaking adorable and super recognizable, and the background just really encapsulates what this book is all about. A young cat exploring the woods for the first time. This is what Warrior Cat's covers should be. It's perfect. There were a few others that looked nearly identical to the North American version, or another version, so I didn't include them here. But other than that, I think that's all of them. Let me know which cover was your favorite. Poland's pretty hard to beat, but Vietnam and Korea came close for me. Thanks for watching as always, and bye for now.